Hey guys, if you've been following me and my stories, I've been throughout these last 2 weeks of launching the book, I've been giving my behind the scenes moment. Here's a final behind the scenes moment that actually, I guess, is in front of the scenes because I've been asked several times why I wrote the book. And I definitely wrote the book because it's my heart. The book was my heart, my service. I don't believe that serving is. I think it's a heart posture. I don't feel as though it's a position, a title. Every time someone would ask me to help them start a praise and worship team or help them lead praise and worship, they didn't know what to do. It's always been my heart to help. If you know me, you know I'm going to help you no matter what it is, at school, work, church, community. That's my service. I have a servant's heart. And my heart would always go out as I would sit in the audience and watch worship leaders struggle. My heart would go out because I remember being that worship leader when I first started, trying to figure out how to do this right. And my heart would always go out to those people saying in my mind, like, man, if they had the teachings that I had, if they had the training that I had. And then when people would ask me, I would always be pouring out things to them to help them. But I would always say to myself, this needs to be all in one spot. If I had this written down in a binder somewhere, I could just pass it to them. I could just send it to them and make sure that they didn't forget anything and they were equipped. And so I always said that I would write it down and write a book. And I don't know. The vision and the desire in my heart, I know it was from God. And I actually stayed up 3-4 days straight. God was just pouring stuff into me to make sure that it was in the book. And I just started writing and writing after my baby, Mira Duncan. That was the one person that finally said, I need you to put it in a book. And just like Moses, I was saying, hey, I'm what I don't have, what I'm not able to do. And she was like, hey, I've published a book before. This is what you need. And she gracefully just gave the same way I'm always gracefully giving. She just gave and was like, hey, this is all you need to do it. And I really need it. And you should put it out. And in that, God lit the flame. But I wrote the book because it's always been my heart. It's been my passion. So in final, I wrote the book because it is my service to the kingdom. It is part of my purpose to teach. God has already told me my purpose in life is to teach, whether it's God's word, whether it is music, whether it is line dancing, whatever gift and talent he's given me. He has told me that my purpose in life is to teach it to others, to pour it into others. And I want God to be pleased with that. My grandfather reminded me, if you saw my dedication, right before he died, he reminded me, it was the last conversation we had, that the calling is on my life. And that I promised him that I would always serve God in that manner, in teaching and sharing. And so I want God to be pleased. I want my grandfather to be pleased. It fulfills that joy in me to be able to share with somebody, and they get that aha moment. That's why I am a school teacher. I love when students and children get the aha moment, something that they thought they never could do, and then they're able to do it, that God graced them. And if God can use me to grace somebody else, by all means, that fills my tank. And I know that's why God continues to bless me. I'm a giver. And so my book is me giving back to God's people. So I hope that answers all the questions of why I wrote the book. But if you didn't get a copy, please get a copy and share it with somebody, a worship leader or a praise team singer or somebody that's in music ministry. I believe that it will bless their lives. So I appreciate you. It's not about fame or fortune. It's about my service to God. So I love you guys.